Hello, students. Today I'm going to be talking to you about an introduction to ebooks here at the Marnell C. Mormon School Library. We often call our library the Curiosity Center. So let's get started. First of all, hey, it's me again, Miss Northcutt. I am your school librarian and I am here to help you. I'm going to focus today specifically on ebooks. We have ebooks that are in our library catalog, which is called Destiny Discover. We also have access to ebooks through the Kentucky Virtual Library, and we have access to ebooks through Epic. There are lots of ways to get to the library website. Teachers may have links on their websites, their grade level websites, in their clever classrooms. Lots of teachers put links to it all over the place. There's also My Google Classroom for your grade level, which you can get to through the Essential Arts website. There is a library section of the Essential Arts website, so if that is a path that you want to take, that totally works too. Or you can go through the main MCMS website. There is a button at the top right now for teachers' websites. All right, first thing we're going to dig into is Destiny Discover. Destiny Discover is our school's library catalog. If you have been here at MCM already last year, or if you were in lots of the other Kentucky school districts, we use Destiny and Destiny Discover as our school library catalogs. So for us, Destiny Discover has all of our print books and most of our ebooks. Some materials are in Spanish, some materials are bilingual. There are lots of ways that you can actually search for books in Destiny. You can do a keyword search, which is pretty much like a Google search. That There are lots of different ways that you can do a search for books in Destiny. You can do a keyword search, which is pretty much like doing a Google search of any kind. You put in the words that you think are going to give you the results. You want to pick good keywords. You want to pick the most important words. If those keywords happen to be an author or a title or a subject or a series of books, then all of those things are going to be potential results that you could get back. When you get to Destiny Discover, however it is that you go there, then you're going to want to log in. Log in up here in the top right-hand corner. Click Sign In with Google. And there you go. You can tell that you were successful when you see your name and your picture up in the right-hand corner. So let's take a look at a couple of ways to actually get to the ebooks. You can scroll down, take a look in the ebooks or interactive ebooks sections. You can open any of these books directly. Let's say you wanted to explore something about Egypt. It doesn't give you the option to open here, so you're going to need to click More Details and then click to open. Once your book opens, then you might have to confirm something. In a lightbox title, this is a type of ebook that we have, you can mouse over the features at the bottom to see which ones have things like videos or Google Maps integrations or quizzes or links that take you to other places. From there, you can open a particular page. If you want to have it read to you, then you're going to press that play button. If you want to see what multimedia is embedded in this book, you can try it there. If you are interested in something that shows up in this section, then click on it. Again, more details, and open your book. When your book opens, you'll use the controls that are on the screen in order to turn the pages, to zoom in if you need to. Like I said, not all ebooks will read aloud, some will. It's going to depend on what you've opened. Now, if you would rather do a search for something, then your search bar at the top is where to do that. Now, in order to be able to tell the difference between a print book, which means it's an actual book that's sitting in the library, and an ebook that you can read right now, you're going to need to narrow it down by format. 10 books meet that search criteria. So it depends on what you search as to how many results you're going to get. If you did a search for sharks, like when you actually, spell it correctly. Again, format, you got 47 actual books, 4 ebooks, and this interactive multimedia. That means that it is also an ebook. This is the type of ebook the interactive multimedia books generally do read, and this one happens to be in Spanish. Next up, let's take a look at KYVL. KYVL is the Kentucky Virtual Library. There's a few different places that you can find and read ebooks in KYVL, and some are for older students and some are for younger ones. So you're going to notice that's a trend. Some books are available in Spanish. You can find ebooks in 3 places in KYVL. There's the EBSCO eBooks K8 collection, there's Tumblebook Library, and Teen Book Cloud. To get to these easily, I would recommend visiting the library's resources page. So this is the resources page of the main library site. Here, you can choose to go directly to KYVL. Here we are on the MCM Library's resources page. You will want to scroll down until you hit the books and research section to get to KYVL. Now, from here, let's just say for the sake of argument, we're going to choose middle school. From here, let's take a tour of the EBSCO eBooks collection. Now, I'm actually not at school right now, so I have to put in the username and password. I have it saved in my Chrome, so it knows what to put in for me. Now, from here, it's another search function. So if I was going to use my dogs search again, I usually use dogs as my test search. Then now I have all of these that I might choose to read. Let's take a look at this one about, I have no idea what a guinea dog is. I am curious already. From here, I am going to want to scroll down. I can read all of the actual table of contents to be able to tell whether this is something that I want to read. Then I can choose to download this in full text. So anything in EBSCO that is full text is going to show it to you just exactly the way it is in its actual published form. So this might not be the kind of book for you, but hey, it might be. So that is, if I decide this isn't the kind of thing I want, then I can go back to the main page. I can browse by category. If there are some of these things that I like better than others, then this might be a good way to find something. I want something that's fiction, and I want it to be the whole book, so I'm going to click full text. And I want something that was published pretty recently. I don't want something that's super old. I'm going to say 2005 to 2019. Okay, so now I still have over 3,000 results here. So surely to goodness, one of these books is going to be moderately interesting. Now, 7th grade versus the galaxy. That sounds entertaining. That sounds like my kind of book. Okay, now let's take a look at Teen Book Cloud and Tumble Book Library. Tumble Book Library, like I said before, is for younger students, and Teen Book Cloud is for older students. Let's take a look at Tumble Book Library first. In Tumble Book Library, you can use the tabs that go across the top to find things that might be of interest to you. You'll notice in Tumble Books, if you're a Kate DiCamillo fan, there are a lot of her books available. If you need something that is shorter, then that might be a chapter book. If you need something that's longer, then you might want an advanced reader or a classic title. You can choose from storybooks if you've got a younger person at home with you who might enjoy a picture book, then this is something that you could also help them be able to use. Most things in Tumble Books do either the read online type that allows you to just play them. So these are, the younger kids get the books that would just play for them. And if you were looking at a more traditional chapter book, then when you choose to read those online, then you just scroll through the pages. Now, Teen Book Cloud looks similar. It's got more books that are geared towards an older audience. If you look in the enhanced ebooks, these are actually really cool for lots of grades because a lot of these are classics. And one of the things I like about the enhanced ebooks is that when you choose to read these online, you also have the option of playing them.
The Marvelous Land of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Read by Liza Ross.
So really, it's an ebook and an audiobook all at the same time. You can use the features like chapter selection, you can bookmark, you can change how the text looks, you can change what the color is. Sometimes I know I like to use dark mode, and when I'm reading, the page is black and the text is white. So That might also be something that would be helpful for you. There's lots of different types of books that you can access. There are audiobooks for you here. There are graphic novels. There are tons and tons and tons of choices. Finally, Epic is probably one of my all-time favorite things to use on the whole internet. It's like Netflix for books. There are literally over 40,000 books that you can choose from in Epic, and a lot of them are available as audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks when I'm having to do things like clean the kitchen or fold the laundry or do other chores that are really boring. But if I'm listening to an audiobook, then it seems like the time goes by a lot faster and I'm a whole lot more entertained. There are lots of cool DIY resources if you're a maker kind of person, if you like to, do crafts and create or cook or any of those sorts of things. And while we're at home, it's a really great opportunity to do that. There are Spanish materials. Epic has fiction, nonfiction, ebooks, including graphic novels. It has videos that are both entertaining and informative. There are so many things that you can find in Epic. The library's Epic code is on that resources page that we talked about earlier. I'm not going to give it out here on a publicly accessible video. When you log in with that code, then you're going to choose your grade level on the library account. This is different than if you are also in an Epic classroom from your language arts teacher or your homeroom teacher. Got questions? I bet you probably have at least one or two after all of that. So please ask me. You can check the library pages of the Essential Arts site for my contact info. You can send me an email at my email address. You can chat with me in Teams by sending me a direct message. Both of those things are also listed on the library pages of the Essential Arts site. Happy reading!